Hello guys, this is my visit. Okay, this is Ginger. Okay, this is 1 hour and 20 minutes I think away from the city. This is 45 minutes away from my home, and this is part of my job. I'm here to observe a student, so I just stop here just to give you a view of what I'm doing. So yeah, so it's so hard, but let's see. That's not even nice, but yeah, I'm just parked here. It's a small town. See you later. This is the proper town area, which you can see a petrol station and you can see the market ahead of it, but it's so quiet. It's a small town away from the city. So I'm already here, and this is the center that I'm going to observe, and I'm gonna stay here for as long as I can check my students. So as I'm already training here in Australia, I'm a college trainer, so it's like a teacher back in the Philippines. I train and assess students who wants to become childcare educators, early childhood education and care educators, and I visit them maybe 4 times, and I get to travel. So that's one thing. I don't like driving around the city, but I like going the outskirts of Perth. So I like this one. This is Ginger. This is far, and as I've told you, it was raining a little bit before this morning, but I'm here now in the car because their staff are having some lunches, so I don't want to stay there and intrude their privacy as well if they want to have their break. So these are my schedules, and what I'm doing is checking the students' work. So I'll tell you more of but I love being a trainer. And even before, when I was in Thailand, I really wanted to become a trainer when I was holding adult classes over the weekend when the university I was working for in Thailand, or the project as well, has given me some weekend jobs teaching also teachers, adults, from different government schools. So I'm gonna go on with my checking here, and I'm gonna tell you more about it later. See you guys. After my first observation in the morning, I realized that there is a small old church nearby, so I decided to stop there. It's a Catholic church, and had my lunch. Hello once again. So this is my lunch break, and I have 1 hour lunch break, and I decided to spend it somewhere in this area, and I found a church. So that's a really old church, small one. It says Saint Catherine. It's a Catholic church. It says Saint Catherine of Siena. Yeah. And because it's my break, I had lunch in the car, and I'm studying at the moment, so I still enroll myself to courses and trainings just to let me stay current of my job. And I have everything here in the car, like my bag, my water bottle, and I'm heading out to have another observation in the afternoon, but I'm taking my lunch break. So to all those wanting to come to Australia or the US or wherever it might be, there are also quiet places like ours, like also in the Philippines. We have like bukid like this, this is like an area of bushes, so you can see and you can hear the sound of the crowing chicken or roosters, bird, and the rain has stopped, but today is gloomy and it's autumn already. I'm not a fan of autumn and winter. I like summer and spring. Well, spring is okay. So I love this job. I used to work in a child care education, and this is not my first country, aside from going overseas. Thailand was my first, and I've taught in Thailand, and I've lived there for 8 years. So a little bit different. And then Australia as well is a little bit different. But in order for you to be able to do whatever you want, because they don't they don't really consider our bachelor's degree and all our qualifications from the Philippines. And I heard as well that other countries as well, they don't they really want you to do Australian education. And at first I was a little bit feeling weird about it, but I was like, what's the difference anyway? But I decided later on, I said to myself, and also I tell this to my students, that there are legislations, laws and rules that we also need to know how it's done in Australia. Because though Australia is a very diverse country, we are very much different in like culture wise, especially our practices, the way we live, the way we discipline our children in relation to a teaching job. And they are really, really big on child's rights, human rights, and the rights of the child, when it comes to education, what they really want. And early childhood education in Australia is I think a little bit different from other countries. Well, other countries, we have daycares, we call them daycares, and then they start at I think 3 years old or something like that. But here it's 0, like 0 to 5, and that's early childhood education for them. Some of them, they go to school already at around 3.5 years old or 4 years old. But the early childhood education care industry caters 0 to 5 years old. And then the culture is different as well. Like in the Philippines or in other countries, we look after our children. But here, they are so used to putting their children in a childcare because they are really busy, and every hour, every second, every minute is very important. And I'm going to tell you like more of my stories in other videos. Today I'm just actually giving you an overview of what a visit, what an observation looks like. Like, I go to the centers, but I could not film in the centers. Sorry to do that, because there's privacy issues, confidentiality, and we are not really allowed to show photos of children in any social media platform. So yeah, I'm just showing you, like, I could visit 2 or more, and if I finish early, I usually go back to college, which is in the city. So I'm just having my lunch break, and I'm studying, and I'm here in my car, and I just stopped my car somewhere in one of the streets in Jinjin. So Jinjin is a place, a town in Western Australia. So this is, I told you, which is 1 hour something away from the city. And I'll wrap up my whole visit on my on the next center. Thank you. Took one more photo before I head out to my second observation area, which is 58 minutes away from this place. If you can see, there are bushes around, which is a normal sight in Western Australia. And I'm reversing my car at the moment, so I'm getting ready. Let's see if it will still rain in the afternoon. But I don't like gloomy weather actually. And it's very cloudy. There was already sunshine during my lunch break, but the weather changes. So this is a normal thing during autumn. Now, I used to visit this place because I know someone, there's a Filipino guy who we can buy some pig, the whole pig, which we used to do roast pork. So I know there are Filipinos everywhere, even in this place. This is just a small town. So if you could see the streets, the houses, it's just really, it's quiet. It's quiet. So yeah, and this is the way now going to the main road. You can see trees, beautiful trees, scenery, and on the sides of it you can actually see farms, big farms. I really don't want to do my visit here in the afternoon because it gets dark and I think it's scary, but it's the normal view when you travel or go for a road trip. That area is full of cows, no, mountains. This is the main road now. This is the highway. So it's almost the end of the day and I've done the whole work and visit for my two students. And then I ended up very near or close to the city, but not really close. I have to travel back. I always park my car somewhere in one of the train stations and I get on a train to go to the college. But this time I'm not going to do that because it's already afternoon and that's the end of the day, and I've done some recordings here and I've done some checking. So even though I'm already in my car, I'm doing still continuing the job that I need to do. So I'm just going to be doing I'll be just typing them when I get back to the office. And I think that's barely it. That's the whole day. That's one, and the rest of the week will be different from this day because this is just for the visit, and another one. And Monday and Tuesday is usually teaching day, and Thursday and Friday we have another class and admin day. So I think that's it. And this is just an overview of what I'm doing here in Australia, but I'll be very, very excited to share to you how or where this story started. Like when I flew and migrated here, and also when I started my teaching job in another country, which is Thailand, and I'm going to also have a story about that, but that will be on my other videos. So, and I am using the English language on doing my videos because I have also friends from the last country I came from, I work for, and also I want them to see, I want to share it to them as well. I usually do my videos in my local languages is Visaya, but I have Tagalog friends as well, and other, like Waray and all those. So I want everyone to just get to understand, but I'm not doing translation because it would take me too long. I'm just doing raw videos anyway. So please share and watch, and message me as well. Make some comments if you want to know something else, and then let's figure out how I can divide my videos and like how do I present my stories from my struggles of coming here. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next videos.